com and the director of the Houston Comedy Film Festival. And we are here with director Danny Reyes to talk about the film He Ain't Up, which is nominated for the Best Ensemble Cast Award at Houston Comedy Film Festival Summer 2022. How's it going?
It's going good. Thank you. How you feeling?
Oh, man. It's a good day. Interviews, filmmakers, and just getting into their stories. And I'm excited about the event. I know it's still a few weeks away, but I'm just excited to get in there and see these comedy films.
Absolutely, man. I'm extremely excited myself.
Good stuff. Well, hey, I don't want to give away your story for you, so please, in your own words, as much as you want to reveal, can you tell us the synopsis for He Ain't Up?
So basically, just four friends trying to wake up a fifth friend to attend an important event, and I guess I don't want to give away too much of it either. But yeah, it's just we've all had that friend that just doesn't get up in the morning, and is always late. So it's just a play on that.
Oh, we've all had our days, Sure. I've learned to train myself over the years that you got to answer the alarm as early as possible. But great synopsis, man. I really appreciate the way your crew came together, and the nominations were from scorecard after scorecard of talking about the chemistry, and just everybody seemed, natural, seemed to vibe off of each other. And, a lot of that is the edit, but a lot of that's also the prep and the rehearsal and the casting. And talk to me about how you got this group together, and then how you got this group to work together so well.
So the main person we're trying to wake up, he's been a good friend of mine since we were like 8, and he's actually the base of the story. So a lot of this is almost a documentary, to be honest with you. But so the vibe between me and him is real and live. That was easy. And then the older gentleman in it was our old mentor growing up, so we already knew how we bounce off each other. And that's most of the screenplays actually took it off of real things that actually have occurred. And we found one of the other actors at a film festival, and we were talking with him afterwards, and he vibed with everybody so well. I was like, dude, I got to have you in this project. And the female that's in the group was just a woman I know who's just a complete awesome woman, and really quiet, but she seemed to fit in perfectly. So she just happened to vibe off. Everybody just happened to click. And only one of the people that was in it's actually a seasoned actor, or two of them. I'm sorry, the other two are completely brand new to it. It was their first time. So.
Wow, good stuff. And you talked about meeting someone at a film festival, which is one of the benefits to attending a live event. I mean, obviously you get to see audience reaction and, get around other filmmakers and network. But, for you, what are the benefits of attending a live film festival versus, maybe a virtual event?
No, yeah. I mean, there's nothing cooler than seeing your film up on a screen for the first time with a crowd of people getting their reaction. That it's such a great feeling. But I say the networking was the hugest part. Everywhere you go, you meet other people with similar ideas, stuff like that. You start collaborate, you find actors, you find just all sorts of things. And it's just a fun atmosphere because you're around other people that enjoy doing what you enjoy to do as well.
Sure. Well, I know you're going to be there. Fun times. You guys going to have a whole crew showing up?
I'm hoping about at least half the cast are going to be there. So I'm hoping. I'm trying to get more of them to go.
Where was this filmed, and where are most of the cast from?
So we're all from Southern California. Basically from Los Angeles. A couple of them a little bit more of an outskirts city, but yeah, LA area.
I understand. It's a haul to Houston. I mean, it might be I-10, but that's still pretty far.
It's actually a ridiculously cheap flight. I don't understand how it's so cheap, but I'm excited to go watch the Astros play, I guess, right?
That's right. Hey, 2 giant airports in one city. And I know, LA obviously has more than that, has many airports, but I don't know, man. It just, maybe it's just one of those things. Like they say in the summer, you don't go to hot places. You want to go to places that are a little cooler. And,
right.
It'll be cooking in Houston. Just letting you know. It'll be quite warm.
It'll be rough leaving the 85 degrees that is Los Angeles, but
no, that's you're talking about Christmas in Houston.
Sounds pleasant.
So, well, talk to me a little bit about your first step into the business. Like one day you're a person with good ideas, and next day you're like, I'm going to create something that someone can tangibly either read or look at. How did you take your first step?
I was always a creative type. Always wanted to write stories and make up stories. I told funny jokes, all that type of stuff. But we just kind of like as a stress reliever started making YouTube videos of just a dumb little storyline that I thought was funny, and it was fun. And I had a guy that had worked with the production group before. He was a PA a long time ago, so he had some basic understanding of camera work and stuff like that. And he'd go out there and help us. And then I happened to write this one script that I wanted to do, and he was just like, "Oh, this is too good for us to just do for $100 in the middle of the desert." So he talked me into really putting money into it. So I did, and now that my first film did really well. And I was like, well, and it was very fun. Like, oh my God, it's super stressful, but such a good stress, right? Like, so fun to do. And I was like, I just want to keep doing this. So we made the second one, and just keeps going, right? You just, when you're passionate about it, it just happens.
You're just the dive right in type, huh?
Oh yeah, learn by doing, man.
Good stuff. Well, I refer to short films as film school here, because it's hard to get, in other countries, they have a little bit more structure, like in England and stuff, where it's like you can take pretty hardcore video production classes in high school and stuff. Whereas here, it's like you might have like a class that may touch on it a little bit, and it's like shooting a film. You're like, oh, okay, this is all the work you have to do, right?
Right.
So, well, with that being said, what are you working on in the future? Obviously, this turned out really well. It's doing well in the film festival circuit. What do you got next?
That is a very good question.
It's all right.
It comes up, I'm making a shift right now. I'm moving and stuff like that. But once all that kind of settles down, a couple of my film festival films that people wanted to see more of. So maybe just doing little add-ons to stuff like that. Trying my hardest not to give away too much of this film, but I do leave it in an interesting turn.
Gotcha.
People want answers to it, so I might give people answers. I might not.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that, like, I have so much freedom to go, or I might just do something completely fresh and just anger everybody because they don't get any release, any finish.
In the past, I don't know, 5-8 years. I mean, kind of in the the quote unquote Netflix or the streaming era, if you will, people want to binge watch like 2-3 years of episodes of the same characters over and over. I guess we've kind of been conditioned to that, and sometimes watching feature films can seem really short sometimes. And what I would say about your film, without giving anything away, is you have a formula that works character wise, and it would be nice to see something that is a follow up, before people in real life start to go so many different directions you can't get them back anymore.
Right.
Kids grow old on you,
Right.
because I look at my little 6-year-old. He changes every week. I take pictures of him.
Absolutely.
So you know how that goes. But I don't know, what do you think about, just in general in the industry, streaming versus feature films? Like, what do you think is your next step?
So this actually is this group is just I made this short film basically on a bet. The gentleman that we were waking up in the short film, he bet that I couldn't come up with a good story in 10 minutes. And I just told him, like, dude, I could probably make a short film based on just trying to get you up for things in the morning. And, here we are. But it grew into this thing. So it's actually part of a proof of concept for an actual either a limited series or a feature film that's actually already been being pitched to people. And we've got some interest going. So I would love to do the feature film stuff or the limited series, like bigger things like that, and
Sure.
yeah.
All right. Well, you have the potential for it. I think the judges like it. We'll see what the audience says. I'm sure they'll be excited about it when they get a chance to see it next month as well. So, hey, I appreciate you spending time with me today and talking through this thing. Is there anything else you wanted to add before we get out of here?
No, this is great, man. I'm actually really excited for this. Like, I've already got my tickets ready, and like I said, I probably even pay for some of these guys to go out there just so that we can show up in force, right? Represent.
Yeah, it'll be fun times, and you got a lot of people use it as their family reunion too. They got their uncle or whatever they haven't seen in Texas for a while, and they're like, "Come on down," And I love it when things like that happen. But hey, we're excited to see you and your crew down there. Whoever can make it, no pressure. Obviously the world's a crazy place right now. Things change, but we'll be there and we'll be ready to enjoy this film and all the other films. You'll have a lot to laugh at Houston Comedy Film Festival. That's for sure. So.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to see everybody else's film too, not just mine. I'm not that guy. Like I'm just here to watch my film and screw everybody else. No, like I was looking at the lineup and I'm excited. So
yeah. Thank you, man. Every festival, there's always that filmmaker who just like their film plays like the third one out of 20 and they just stand up and leave, and it's just like, come on, bro. No. But it's an etiquette thing, and I appreciate you being dedicated to seeing the whole program. So thanks a lot. And you have a good one.
You too.
All right.